Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 2, the Enhanced Edition, the Throne of Baal. And when last we left off, we have finally finished with Hexxat's personal quest, and what's more, we were able to persuade her not to become mortal once again, for if she had taken up El's offer, she would have died pretty much instantly, costing us the only rogue that we can have in the game that's of evil alignment and all of her equipment. And we really like having her in the party, and we really like all of her equipment. And her equipment apparently still includes the Cask of Dragomir, which we can't take out of this inventory slot. You'd have thought that El would have took this off her after all was said and done, but maybe El doesn't need it anymore, in which case we don't really need it anymore, but it taking up only one inventory slot is the least of our concerns, considering that apparently the Hexxat personal quest line has a few bugs that can happen that are pretty bad. I think I got off relatively lightly. Now let us go and do the thing that we originally came here to do quite a while ago, which was rest and recuperate.
I got some cheap beer for you.
Let's see what you have available. Now, I'm quite happy this place has noble rooms. Doesn't seem like the place that would have noble rooms, but it does. These rooms are of excellent quality at a somewhat reasonable price, and a definite luxury for those accustomed to sleeping under an open sky. None but the most pampered dandy would have complaints about these accommodations. We rest, and now it should be day? Yes, it is day. There is a very specific reason why I want it to be day. But before we leave and go and look around, let's talk to the mercenaries here, starting with you.
Do not anger me.
I heard Amkethran was sacked within the last month by the Sithilicians, and then the great ogre himself was revealed as a Baalspawn and killed by some fire giant. Incredible story, I think. I wonder if it's true.
What can it be now?
If it's merc work you're looking for, go talk to the monks. Otherwise, leave me alone. And you.
Good day to you.
Begone, fool. I care not for your worries. Careful, wizard. That's one of the strangers you're talking to. Best not to get yourself into trouble, you take my meaning. I suppose you may be right. My apologies, good woman. I meant no offense.
Yeah.
They probably saw that they were surrounded by a group of heavily armed adventurers and thought better of it. Now, we can go back over to here and we can have a particular event happen. An event that will be quite surprising considering all the stuff that we've already done. So I'm going to go... Actually, I'm going to go here. And you're going to go there. And you're going to go there. And you're all just going to stay here. And we're going to have a conversation with you again.
What do you want now?
You again? I warned you not to bother us anymore. But I just want to ask you a few questions. That's it! I'm sick of your annoying interruptions. We've got a new target, men. Fire! You really want to have at thee, do you? That is not a good idea. But here we go! Combat! Let's get this going. Let's get that going. And let us destroy you. Absolutely destroy you. Also, you might as well fire off some shots here. You might as well fire off some shots here. And you know what? You might as well attack as well. Let's get a chain lightning here, as all these mercenaries decide to attack. Meanwhile, this mercenary here is off to the pub and really, really doesn't care about what we're doing. I mean, really doesn't care about what we're doing. Gonna have you switch targets because you have spellcasting. And finally, deal with all of you. And we get some experience for this, not an unimpressive amount. And combat done. Not only that, but combat done, and loot is ours. Let's have a look at all of this. Let us not pick up these gold horn helmets. They are not interesting. Apparently that boy went eek there. Not surprising considering all of the blood and everything else here. So, first things first, chainmail plus 3, chainmail plus 3, chainmail plus 3, chainmail plus 3, and chainmail plus 3. Surprising no one, it's all chainmail plus 3. Chainmail all the way down the rest of the inventory. Also, I'm going to put that away because I never actually end up using it, so let's not have that waste any inventory spaces. Also, you're probably never going to use these potions, so I'll put these in... Oh, that's actually full. I'll put these in here, and while I'm thinking about it... Oh, no, not that. That over in here, and you can hold on to that for now. There we go. We'll stockpile some of them for you. You can hold on to them, and you can hold on to them. Marvellous. Anyway, you've got all of these to put into there. And now you have, actually you have more inventory spaces, but Edwin doesn't. Edwin only has 6. So, what else do we have to identify? All of this here.
No more. Find your trinket.
Longsword +1, longsword +1, longbow +1, longbow +1, and once again, you have been reduced to an identifying, sage of old. Look. We all know what these things are. They literally have made in generic magic item emporium on the side. If you see that, you know it's a run-of-the-mill item. But no, you're gonna have me identify it all, aren't you? Well, what else are you here for? How about my exceptional magical prowess? Really, you've got that? Oh, ho, ho, ho. How funny. Elven chain here, which is, interesting. Probably for the spellcaster, and then there is this. Dark Fire Bow +4. Through arcane sorcery, the contradictory elements of fire and ice have been combined within this magnificent short bow. Cold and fire resistance 5%, improved haste once per day. This is actually an item that can be improved by Cespinar. Longsword +1, two-handed sword +2, longbow +1, arrows +2. We're going to be getting even more loot before all is said and done. There's not too much more loot here. Let's put all these... Actually, I did... Oh, that container's full. So actually, I picked quite wisely there. And there's a little bit more. All of that here, which is more arrows +2, longbow +1, longbow +1, and a long sword +1. All tiny treasures, but treasures that will go towards upgrading these things that I've got. I may even have the stuff to upgrade Darkfire immediately. Either way, as I said, nobody cares about the fact that we just killed all of those people. Nobody cares. They're just going to carry on with their daily lives. And we're going to go and rest again, because, actually no, let's go do something else first. There is an event down here that we can be a part of. This is, by the way, the Temple of Joquin. Let's go down here. Hello.
Your monastery once cared for this town, but under Balthazar you have abandoned us. The people are starving and your master does nothing.
Balthazar is concerned with greater matters, old man.
Bah! He is gathering mercenaries and wizards for an army. How is this more important than bringing in food for the starving children?
An army? An army for what, I wonder?
You have no idea of the events that the monastery has set in motion. Go back to your prayers and leave me alone.
No, this is too important. In the name of Joquin, I demand a meeting with Balthazar. He must be made to see the insanity of his callous actions.
This isn't going to end well.
You make no demands of me or the monastery. Balthazar cares nothing about this pathetic town. Go beg your dead god to feed these people.
Balthazar cares nothing about this pathetic town. Ooh.
Blasphemer! I will stand for your monastery's tyranny no longer.
Looks like there's going to be a fight.
You dare attack me, old man? Your death shall be quick and painful.
And they're going to fight. I don't think the priest is going to win this, though. Also, cows! Look at those cows. The cows are the arbiters of this combat. Should we be doing something here? No, I don't think so. Apart from taking some loot. Oh, well played, Terry.
It's too bright out. Where did I put me ale?
Back in the tavern, I'm afraid. This is an item that we're probably never going to use, but it's an interesting thing. An oaken ring. This ring is fashioned not from gold or precious metal, but from simple oak. We'll be able to turn that into a thing.
Yeah, very well.
We should probably actually go into the temple. And, you know, see what's going on. Also, very small and humble building. Its interior, however, is a place with a kind of presence to it.
Whatever
I welcome
you
you
want.
with outstretched hand.
Welcome to the Temple of Joquin, supplicant. Is there something I can do for you? We could say the same thing that the person outside said, but I don't think that would end well. I'm looking for a woman named Melisande. Ah, Melisande. I know the lady, but I have not seen her in some time. She used to be here quite frequently, and often stayed as a guest of Balthazar and his monks. In fact, there are those who blame Melisande for the misfortune that has befallen our town. Some feel she is the one who convinced Balthazar to turn his back on us to serve some other purpose. But I lay the blame for what has happened within the monastery at Balthazar's feet. He is the one who makes decisions there, not Melisande. Is there anything else I can help you with, my girl? Can you tell me anything about Balthazar and the monastery? I have little good to say about them. Once the monks cared for the people of Amkethran, helping them to survive in the harsh desert, but since Balthazar took over, things have changed. Suddenly, the monastery is more concerned with gathering mercenaries than looking after the people who have come to depend on it for survival. Balthazar is preparing for war, but he's neglecting his true responsibilities. But I should not say more. For the sake of the townsfolk, I cannot risk angering Balthazar or his followers, lest Amkethran suffer even more. Is there something else I can do for you, my girl? I'd like to see your services. Of course, the Joquinier are always willing to serve. At a fair and honest price, of course. So donations, spells, right, potions. You have a druid's ring, potions of superior healing, potions of extra healing. Ooh, and a potion case. We want that potion case. You know, just in case, we'll buy that. We're also going to buy all of the potions because we could do with these. That's, ooh, hang on. If we're going to do that, I might as well get on my charisma gear, mightn't I? This seems like a sensible idea. Let's get on that charisma gear. So, pass that over to you. Pass that over to you. Pass that over to you. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. It'll make it a little bit cheaper.
I welcome you with outstretched hand.
Let's get those services, and let's look at how much cheaper these potions are now. It's a sizable reduction in price. It's sizable. Buy all them. Gonna buy all of these too, because they add up. There we go. And you know what? Let's go into our bags and sell some of the extra stuff that we have here. So in here we have all of these arrows. We'll sell all of them. We'll sell these. We'll sell them. And we will sell them. That is a large amount of money that we are getting there. 17,000. Certainly makes up for all the stuff that we just got, that's for sure. Meanwhile here, we can sell these. We can sell that as well. And those. And that. And that, and what else could we sell? Ooh, a spear. And that as well. That as well. Those two. Gorgon plate. It's not that useful right now. I think we'll, Ooh, we also have this item there. I don't know what that is. You know what? Let's actually find out what that is, and then think about selling it, because, we have loads of random things in here I could sell. Where is it? There it is! What is this? Let us find out. It's the Answerer +4. The last swing of a battle is more important than the first, such is the philosophy embodied in this powerful weapon. Although the strange design of the Answerer makes it difficult to take the initiative in combat, with each hit it makes an opponent more vulnerable to subsequent attacks. Each hit lowers the target's magic resistance by 15% for 4 rounds. Each hit penalizes the target's armor class by 2 for 4 rounds. Interesting. That is a pretty neat weapon. Very interesting. Right, let's give you that, because that's just a useful thing for you to have. You can hold on to them, and top that up. You don't need that topping up. You don't need that topping up. You need that topping up, however, so well spent was that money. Right, we also need to go into this bag again and just sell some random things, like 16 suits of plate mail. And that there. 200 swords plus 1, and 16 suits of full plate. We're just sort of holding 16 suits of full plate. How long have I had them for? Also, we don't need this many girdles of fire strength. Or hill giant strength, rather. But you know what? Yeah, we don't need this many. We don't need that many at all. Also, an Eyes of Truth, some long swords. We don't need all those darts. We don't need these cleric staffs. We don't need these arrows of flame. These bolts of biting. This plate mail plus 1. That. It's just so many random things that I'm holding on to that I really shouldn't be. Armor of the Heart. Definitely don't need Armor of the Heart. So we can sell all of that for 80,000. And finally, there is another item in this bag that I have not got identified. I mean, these are probably just those long sword plus 3s that we got before. Yep, holy long swords of tier plus 3. We're going to keep one of them, and we're going to put the other one away. Also, is there anything in here that I want to sell? Probably not, but then again, there are so many, like... No, I don't want to sell any of them. All of them are pretty cool. So, only other thing I want to sell now
The gods look upon you
is
kindly.
this here. For another 3,000, which brings us back up to 270-odd thousand gold. Oh my. 270,000 gold. Also, these are the Ring of Fire Control and the Ring of Gax, because the Ring of Gax is fantastic. It's one of those few magic items that just stacks with other protective items that you can get, and it's just really cool because of it. Right, that is done. We got some information. Now, there's one more thing I want to do, and that is I want to go and check out Carrick, Smithy, and Arcana 2.
Not do it.
And we get into there via that entrance. That's a strange entrance, but I'll take it. Let's see how we get there. And zoom goes the party. The answer is we have to... Oh, we have to go from there. So how does one get to there is the question. Probably through... Yes, through this building here, I see. It's a long-winded route, but it'll be worth it, because I want to see what you can do. Over here we rush. And we'll get there eventually. Round there, past the cows, and through into here. When the party, of course, is gathered, I wonder if this literally is a building that is a thoroughfare to here that brings you to there. If so, it'd be better just to have a ladder here. And is it? Nope, there's actually a person here. Let's say hi to you. Hello.
I say, do you have nothing better to do?
Please don't cause us any trouble. Why do we put this ladder here? People just keep coming through our home.
Who are you?
You should speak to my mother, ma'am. Alright, fair enough, and by that I mean we're just leaving. Up here we go. There we go. Which brings us over to this shop. Let's go. If we can get in. Aha! We have Carrick the Smith and Lazarus Librarius. Now, if you had all of the super awesome items that you picked up throughout the other games, like the golden pantaloons and other such things, and the item that you can get in this game, you could assemble them together to make something absolutely fantastic. As it stands, unfortunately, we did not, so we won't be. Hello.
Have a look at my wares. I trust you'll find them all in satisfactory condition.
Welcome to the newly relocated Arcana Archives. Lazarus Librarius at your service. Can I interest you in my wares? I've got a collection of scrolls most mages would die for. Hey, aren't you the same guy who was selling scrolls back in Saradush? Saradush, a most unpleasant memory. When that army burst through the gates, I grabbed my inventory and ran for my life. Had to use up some of my own stock to get out of there with my head still attached. The army was so busy looking for Balspawn to kill that nobody noticed one invisible merchant creeping out of the gates. But that's all behind me now, and I'm making a fresh start here in Amkethran. Can I interest you in any of my wares? Well, let's see what you have. I don't think it's changed substantially from what it was before. No, I really don't think it has. I think this is basically just if you missed buying anything, you can buy it here. Also, there are all of the robes of Alignment Archmagy there. That's really good. But we don't need any of your stuff. What about you?
Very well.
Yes.
Hey, hello there. It's not often I get people barging into my shop. It's the reason I chose such a remote locale for my research, after all. Who are you? Who am I? My name is Carrick, which will mean absolutely nothing to you, I'm sure. My work with machinery is of renown only amongst gnomes of a similar technological bent as myself. You work with machinery? Well, you will no doubt ridicule me for my work. So many others have, after all, but I'm used to it, so I suppose I can tell you something about what I do. I make armor, weapons too. Powerful armor and weapons. It's a process I've been honing for years and years, searching for a way to tap into the power of... well... No, I can't go on having folks laughing at me. I just can't bear it. Just go away, you. I'm sure you have lots of adventures to be on about, don't mind me. Can you make some armor and weapons for me? If you have the appropriate material, then... perhaps, but I deal with very specific requirements. Well, you wouldn't understand. What material do you need? Well, let me see your belongings. It'll just be a quick look. No, you don't have anything I need. I don't want to discuss it. Please, leave me to my work. He really does have a super specific set of requirements, and if you have them, the dialogue is a bit interesting. But we don't have those things, so no good awesome stuff for us. Also, nothing to loot in here either. So unless you want to take advantage of his stocks, you're not going to be doing anything there. But you do have to go through there to gain access to here, which is Marlowe's home, which is where we're going to be going next time. And so, when we come back, folks, talking to Marlowe about his quest, and then going to deal with the wider world, because we have some locations now. Sende's Enclave and Abazigol's Lair. Lair tells me that there's going to be some kind of monster. Enclave tells me that it's a secret, hidden-away locale. Also, a mercenary there just drunk a potion. I wonder if that's the game, like, working around the fact that there's no drink and ale, sound, and so used a potion. Unless a mercenary is about to come and kill us, which will be quite interesting, but I don't think they will. I don't think they dare. And so, talking to Marlowe, and then going to the first place. I think we'll go to the Enclave first. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.